How you doing today? We're back, and basically we're working on the Constitution of Missouri. And whatever state you in, I want you to pull out your Constitution, pull up your Constitution, and read it. Not only read it, learn it, and teach it, and live by the Constitution. And the things that you don't like in it, you make change to it. You follow the procedures that's when you start leaving the sports. That is your sports, rules of engagement, and learning the Constitution and teaching the little children about the Constitution. That's when they're going to have equality in the law. Because as far as your anatomics, as far as your spiritual concern and who you are and how the body's made, you will not have equality. You know, that's not what it is. But as far as in this particular here, we can go for equality, right? That's the first step, to know and to know these laws. And then the second step is for the advancement, utilizing your ability as an Elohim to oversee the inhabitants of the globe. Okay? So this is just the step of getting in. It's like to go up, you have to go down to jump up, as they would say. So we're going down to these laws of what we call civilization. And what we're going to read now from the Constitution is by the President of the United States, a proclamation. And it states, whereas the Congress of the United States, by a joint resolution of the 2nd day of March last, entitled Resolution Providing for the Admissions of the State of Missouri into the Union on certain conditions, did determine and declare that Missouri should be admitted into the Union on an equal footing with the original states, in all respects whatever, upon the fundamental condition that the 4th clause of the 26th section of the 3rd article of the Constitution submitted on the part of the said state to Congress shall never be construed to authorize the passage of any law, and that no law shall be passed in conformity thereto, by which any citizens of either of the states of this Union shall be excluded from the enjoyment of any of the privileges and immunities to which such citizens is entitled under the Constitution of the United States, provided that the legislature of the said state, by a solemn public act, shall declare the assent of the said state to the said fundamental conditions, and shall transmit to the President of the United States on or before the first Monday in November next an authentic copy of the said act, upon the receipt whereof the President by the proclamation shall announce the fact, whereupon and without any further proceedings on the part of Congress, the admission of the said state into the Union shall be considered as complete. And whereas by the solemn public act of the Assembly of the State of Missouri, passed on the 26th of June in the present year, entitled A Solemn Public Act, declaring the assent of the state to the fundamental condition contained in the resolution passed by the Congress of the United States, provided for the admission of the state of Missouri into the Union on certain conditions. An authentic copy wherefore has been communicated to me. It is solemnly and publicly enacted and declared that the States has assented and does assent that the 4th clause of the 26th section of the 3rd article of the Constitution of the State shall never be construed to authorize the passage of any law, and that no law shall be passed in conformity thereto by which any citizen of either of the United States shall be excluded from the enjoyment of any privileges and any immunities to which such citizens are entitled under the Constitution of the United States. Now therefore, I, James Monroe, President of the United States, in pursuit of the resolution of Congress aforesaid, have issued this my proclamation announcing the fact that the said state of Missouri has ascended to the fundamental conditions required to the resolution of Congress aforesaid, whereupon the admission of the said state of Missouri into the Union is declared to be complete. In testimony wherefore, I have caused the seal of the United States of America to be affixed to these presents, and signed the same with my hand, done at the city of Washington, the 10th day of August, 1821, and the independence of said United States of America, the 46th. By President James Monroe and John Quincy Adams, Secretary of State. This was the proclamation by the President of the United States, and at the time it was James Monroe. And that's where you have the Monroe, the Missouri, the state of Missouri, Monroe. So what we have just read a proclamation. Before that, a solemn public act. Before that, admissions of Missouri into the Union and the ordinance of acceptance. We also read the act of admission. All this is coming out of the Constitution of the state of Missouri. Thank you.